We're in our algebra unit. It's Miss Gross here, and we're talking about expressions, equations, and inequalities. And today we're going to focus on expressions. So make sure that you have your handout in your red notebook before you start writing this down, before you start this video, because otherwise it might not make a whole lot of sense when you're getting it. And we'll go over it together in class as well. So here's our first one, simplifying expressions. The first part is rewrite subtraction as addition, add the opposite. And the reason why this is important is sometimes you're going to have things like this, -2 parentheses 3x minus 4 close parentheses. And when you start to simplify your expression by having that subtraction there, that -4, trying to figure out what that looks like can get confusing. So what we're going to do is rewrite that as -2 parentheses 3x plus -4. And that way, if everything is addition, then when we go to combine like terms, we just can easily combine because they're all addition. So rewrite subtraction as addition, add the opposite. The second step is simplify the expression. We're going to expand using the distributive property. So this problem right here, we have the distributive property that we can do. We're going to multiply the number outside the parentheses, which is the -2, by everything inside the parentheses. So -2 times 3x is -6x plus, right here, this is where that was super helpful, that change in subtraction to addition, -2 times -4. A negative times a negative is a positive, so this would be positive 8. So this answer right here is -6x plus 8. Now, sometimes you're going to need to factor using addition. Maybe it has that right here, that -6x plus 8, and they want you to simplify by using factoring. Well, what you would do is find the GCF, the greatest common factor. What would go into both -6 and +8, and the answer would be either -2 or +2. You can choose. If I take out the +2, this is what this would look like. 2 parentheses. How many times is 2 going to -6x? -3x. And how many times is 2 going to 8 plus 4? You could do it that way. You could also do it the way that we started with, the -2. We could factor out a -2, and we would end up with the exact same 3x minus 4. Okay? So both of those ways would allow you to factor out. All right, after we simplify the expression, then we want to combine like terms. Like terms have the same variable to the same power. So for example, let's say we had that -6. Let me go down here. We have that -6x plus 8. Maybe we have plus 2x minus 4. Okay, so let's say we had extra things here. And so if we had that, we would want to combine like terms. Like terms have the same variable. So -6x and 2x have the same variable. And that -4, remember we're going to change that subtraction to addition. This would be plus -4. That way we have them all as addition. And then +8 and -4. We would combine those together. So -6x plus 2x would be -4x using our rules. If the signs are the same, you add them and keep their sign, but they're not. These signs are different, so we're going to subtract them. -6x and 2x, we're going to subtract and keep the sign of the larger number, and the larger number was negative, so it's be -4x. And then plus 8 and then -4. Same thing. The signs are different, so we're going to subtract. 8 minus 4 is 4. And the larger number is positive, so this would be +4. So -4x plus 4 on that particular one. The rules, don't forget your rules for multiplication. If the signs are the same, it'd be positive, like a negative times a negative. Up here, that -2 times -4 would be +8. But if the signs are different, like -2 times 3, negative times a positive would be a negative. So hopefully this will helps you. Pause the video if you need to go back and rewrite anything, and we'll do some practice together in class. Have a great day.